guys know who I am. I know I've been gone for a while, but back. I'm here to share kind of another one of the things that I absolutely love, and that's reading. And not so recently, but I got a Kindle. This is a Kindle Paperwhite, and this just has a purple leather case on it with a little part out of here where the charging little port is right there, and then the on-off button is. So it's really simple. I really like it. I specifically wanted a Kindle just to read. I didn't want like all the other like Kindle Fire HD type things that has videos and stuff, because I have my iPhone for that and I have my computer for that, and I just wanted something to read, and this is perfect. I got it when it just came out and it was $119. I forgot how much the case was, but if you just search like leather or like Kindle case, it's like one of the first ones that comes up. I came here to show you what's on my Kindle because I absolutely love it. When you open it up, it opens like this, and you just swipe it to open it. There we go. And as you can see, it's a little weird. Oh, where'd that go to? Okay. You can see it comes up like this. These are the books I have on here now. These are in as the most recent books, but I'll put them in title. This is not going to be too much of a review because you can watch much better reviews from other people. This is about the actual books. So here it is. So a lot of these books are going to be YA fiction, young adult fiction. That's because my minor in school is children's lit. And this year I took a multicultural children's lit class. So there are a lot of multicultural children's books within my Kindle. And there are just ones that I like to read, and some of them are YA fiction just because they are. So I'm just going to go through, run through them really quickly. So the first one here is Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian by Alexie Sherman. And this is a really good story. I'm going to go to the title page here. Sherman Alexie, not Alexie Sherman. I always get his name confused. But that's what the cover looks like. The next one is, hold on, these things go crazy. Or I don't know how to operate it. That's probably what it really is. This next book is After Tupac and D. Foster by Jacqueline Woodson. This is another YA fiction book. This next one is a graphic novel, again, that I had to read for class. And this one is called American Born Chinese. And it's by Jean Luen Yang. I don't know how to pronounce it very much. Sorry if I sound really ignorant when I'm trying to say this, but that's what the cover looks like. And this is a graphic novel about that intertwines 3 stories, and at the end they all really come together, and I really thought it was a good one. It was a little confusing to read because if you see here, I don't know how you can see that. This is one of the pages, and see, they're all in the panels like that, and it was a little confusing for me to figure out. And when I started reading it, it was late at night. So if that gives you any indication of the frame of mind I was in, then there you go. The next book, I'm going to try to go through these fast. Hold on. Okay, that's weird. Okay, the next one was Encountered by Jane Yolen? Jane Yolen, and illustrated by David Shannon. The next one is one that I know everybody has heard of and read, and I just thought it was a wonderful book. And there's a movie coming out, or that came out, and it is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. I'm a full believer in read the book before you watch the movie. It just makes it 10 times better because you know what's happening, but I just think it's better. The next one is an actress is the author, and she's recently become one of my favorite actresses. That is Mindy Kaling. This is Everyone Hanging Out Without Me and Other Concerns by Mindy. And this book was just a recount of like her life, and this was so funny. I was laughing out loud at this book, And I think she brings up topics that are very normal, and it's like it's definitely a story of her life um and what she's gone through, and like her family and everything. And I just thought it was really really nicely written. And there's like actual pictures of her life and her childhood and everything that I thought were absolutely great. The next book is The Kite Runner by Khalid Hosseini. I think I'm pronouncing it right. There he is. This one was about two boys going through their friendship. Something bad happens between the two of them, or really to one of them, and it's kind of the one boy struggle as he grows up to kind of deal with that. This next book is definitely one that is another big thing, and this is the third installment of the Hunger Games, Mockinjay-Suzanne Collins. I'm not going to give that one because most people know it. Again, if they haven't read the books, they know roughly what it's about, so I'm not going to really go into detail on that. But again, it's a good book. This next one was for my class, which I liked. This is Latin American story, The Revolution of Evelyn Serrano by Sonia Manzano. And Sonia Manzano was actually on Sesame Street. I forgot what character she played, but she was on there. I think I forgot her name. I was gonna say it's a puppet, but they're all like puppets. Little girl, I think she was like pigtail or something. I think that's who she played. I'm not exactly sure. But this is a book about this girl who is trying to deal with her like identity. She doesn't want to have her name. Yeah. So I liked this book. Again, it wasn't my favorite, but I definitely recommend it to somebody, especially somebody who may be dealing with something similar to that, where they don't feel like they really fit in. And I'm sorry if I'm looking down a lot. I'm just trying to get this together here. This next book is called Shooting Kabul, and this is by N.H. Senzai. I can't pronounce it. I'm sorry. But this is kind of similar to The Kite Runner in some ways. They're both around the same region. And it's about a family who was separated during some crazy times, and how they got back together. The next one is, this is the basis, more so, the basis for a movie that we all know and love. Well, most of us know and love. This is Wicked. I'm actually reading Wicked, The Life and Times of the Wicked Witch of the West. This is the prequel for The Wizard of Oz. Most of you have either read it or seen the Broadway show, or stage show, or at least have seen or heard of or read, or all three. Know about The Wizard of Oz. And that's one of my favorite movies. I love The Wizard of Oz, and I just thought, I want to be able to go see Wicked, because Wicked sounds like it was amazing for everybody who has seen it, and want to be a part of that. So I figured, as I've said before, I'm a true believer in reading the book before you see the movie or watch the play or whatever, so I'm definitely going to read the trilogy. I'm going to see, of course, if I like this first. So far I am. I'm not too far into it, but I really did like it. The next book is called Wonder. And Wonder is by R.J. Palacio. Yes. And this is another multicultural book, and not multicultural in the sense that he is Hispanic or African American or Asian or anything like that. This boy, the main character, August, has a disability, and it's kind of, again, a coming-of-age story where he's trying to figure out how to deal with it. And school, he's finally in a mainstream school. He was homeschooled, and just kind of his way through his 5th grade year of school and meeting friends and dealing with his disability. And I really, again, thought this was such a good book. Yeah, it was just really great. and I love the book. I cried again at the end, and it was just such a, yeah, yes, kind of book. Because of course, with most books, you love some characters and you don't like other characters, and just, it was really good. The last book on my Kindle that I want to show you is called You'll Get Through This by Max Lucado. I am not quite done with this yet. So far, I absolutely love it. Max Lucado is a, according to this, New York Times bestselling author, as well as a Christian author, too. And I really like this book. He takes experiences from either his own life or from the life of his friends or people around him and equates it to the story of Joseph. And how his brothers, like, in the pit, and how he ranked up to be this really high-ranking official, and how he forgave his family and welcomed them into, you know, his home and everything. And I'm so enlightened with reading it. There's a chapter that I was reading today before my class started, and it just, I don't know, it really made me think. So yeah. If you're interested in an inspirational book or a religious book, or even just a good book, you don't even have to be religious to read this. I think it's good. It gives you good, like, lessons throughout it, of course. I would think that, right? But I definitely would highly recommend this. Again, it's You'll Get Through This by Max Lucado. So, that is all on my Kindle. But I really love this Kindle. I have about 18 books on here. I didn't show you all of them because some of them are just samples, but I have about 18 books on here now, and I absolutely love this. I'm so happy with this. So the next book I have is an actual, like, physical book. See? Whoop, physical. It's a physical book, and I loved this book. It was so good. I love books with, like, satire and sarcasm in it, and this was the one that was definitely high on my list of books that I think I love so far in my life. I actually bought this book from a thrift store. I was with my aunt and some of my family, and my aunt's like, "Hey, don't you think we need this book?" And I said, when she turned it around, I was like, "Yeah, of course we do." And I was flipping through some of the chapters, and I actually did fall in love with this book. So, this book is How to Be Black by Baratunde Thurston. So, that's the cover, and it's like, as you can see, it's like a slip. And this just goes through his life and stuff that he's dealt with being black. And I just thought, I cracked up laughing I don't know how many times with this book. I highly, highly recommend this book. You don't have to be black. You don't have to want to try to be black. Nothing. This is just the title to get people talking. And if you want to pause right here to see if you can read this without me, there's the back of it if you want to read that. I'm not going to read it to you. You all are I'm trusting that you're very capable of reading this. So, and as you can see, there's Your Race is very square in big letters there. But this is such a good find. Thank you so much for getting through this. If you've gotten through it, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a lovely day, and I will see you in the next video.